A new $800 check for Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, and Medicare beneficiaries. I have all the details, what you need to know, and the latest information right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, so as we continue to wait for Congress to approve a one-time fourth stimulus check, monthly ongoing payments, permanent benefit raises, or any other type of financial relief right here, right now, there is some new information on this one-time $800 check for Social Security, retirement, disability, and of course, Medicare beneficiaries. So let's get into it and discuss all of this latest information. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video so you don't miss any videos going forward during this very busy time as I'm doing all the research, breaking it all down into these short videos and delivering them to you a few times each and every day as I am your one and only daily advocate, and I truly do want to help you out in any way that I possibly can. Things are changing very rapidly right now, especially as it pertains to money, benefits, new bills, checks, legislation, all kinds of different things that continue to pop up right here, right now. We got to pay attention to all of this because at any given point, Congress, the administration, the president, anybody else could come out and introduce checks, ongoing monthly checks, benefit raises, or anything else that may pertain to us, which again, I'm watching all this stuff closely and breaking it down for you right here in these videos. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any updates going forward, and let's get right into it. All right, so I do want to discuss the latest details of where we currently stand with this one-time $800 check for those fixed income beneficiaries I mentioned a little bit earlier. Now, this would encompass about 63 million people. So we're not talking like an insignificant amount of people here. We're talking about a lot of people, right? So this is very important because this is actually a one-time check that would actually be above and beyond any type of monthly benefit raise, any type of fourth stimulus check, any type of monthly benefits or anything like this, or monthly checks, anything like that. Doesn't really matter. This is above and beyond this. This is a completely separate program. So pretty cool, right? It'd be nice if we got kind of all of the above. We got this $800 one-time check. We got monthly benefit raises. And on top of it, we got a one-time lump sum check from a stimulus check. Wow, that'd be the best of all the worlds, right? We'd be getting all of these going forward at the same time. So anyway, I'm just saying that'd be really nice if that happened. However, let's focus on one thing at a time here before I get ahead of myself, right? Anyway, let's talk about this. So here's the thing. Let me tell you the details, a little bit of the backstory behind this. Just really fast here. We've talked about it in a previous video, but again, I want to bring this to your attention because there is some new information and what people are currently thinking right here, right now about this one-time $800 check. All right, so a number of months ago, senior Senate Democrats wanted to send out a $1,000 check for about 63 million fixed income beneficiaries. Well, shortly thereafter, it was whittled down to $800, and that's where we're currently at right now. Now, this is actually coming as a result of Medicare expansion, right? So this is something that we've heard about many, many times now, especially from people like Bernie Sanders, right? This is a big, big thing that Bernie Sanders ultimately wants to get done here, is expanding Medicare, lowering the eligibility age down to 60 from 65, and of course, expanding those benefits out to include hearing, dental, and vision coverage. Now, you might remember this from a previous video, but again, let me just briefly hit on this just because if you haven't heard this or if you're new here, things like this, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page here so I can give you the latest updates on this. So, as we know, they want to expand Medicare to include these three services. Well, they basically took out dental and vision out of it, but they left hearing coverage in it. Well, they maybe are going to bring back a little bit of vision, but dental is virtually out of Medicare expansion because it's too expensive. So what they decided to do instead of that is rather than adding dental coverage into it, they said, let's just send out everybody a one-time $800 card, and that'll be good enough to get everybody all the dental needs, procedures that they need, which again, good luck, but okay, I guess it's better than nothing, right? But anyway, so that's the whole idea behind this, is to send everybody, about 63 million beneficiaries, an $800 one-time prepaid card or a debit card, whatever it happens to be, but basically a check worth $800 where you can go and spend it. What they say is supposed to be on dental, but again, how are they really going to prove that? I'm not really sure, but then again, that is just what the idea is behind this. Now, here's what we're currently standing with right now and the latest information on this. Now, the president has come out multiple times now talking about this inflation that we're currently dealing with, and one of the best ways to get ahead of all this inflation and lower it is by lowering prescription prices for Americans, right? Okay, So I guess I'm not really sure how that's going to lower inflation, but this is one of the things that the president is saying. We got to lower prescription prices because ultimately this will translate into virtually every household in the United States. Again, this would be great, especially for seniors, older adults, people with disabilities, and again, fixed income beneficiaries who maybe are relying on very expensive prescription items. Yeah, kind of makes sense. But at the same time, this is also coupled with the discussion of possibly bringing back Medicare expansion. Now, again, this is something that's kind of been on the back burner here for a number of months now, but it is something that's still hanging out there in the wings, and it is something that Bernie Sanders still ultimately does want to do, which is expand Medicare and, again, add in those different services, which would ultimately bring back this $800 one-time card. So the discussion out there now is that potentially, in the event that they do continue to move forward with lowering the price of prescription items, again, at the pharmacy, which would be really nice for a lot of people because we can all probably know that these are very expensive items, right? Sometimes you can get by with maybe a $4 prescription, maybe a $3 copay, things like this. But for the most part, a lot of these are very, very expensive. In some cases, hundreds of dollars per month. Very expensive, right? But anyway, the whole idea behind this would be to expand Medicare and ultimately pick up some of this as well, along with it. If they're going forward with lowering the prices on prescription items, hey, why not just expand Medicare while we're at it, right? So this has been something that's out there for quite a while now. It is something that's very important to lawmakers, and the discussion is that in the event that they start moving forward with this, we might even get Medicare expansion simultaneously at the same time, which would ultimately include those $800 one-time cards for those individuals that I mentioned earlier. Now, one more thing that I want to throw out there as well, really quickly, which is we do know that they want to get something done before the midterm elections. Well, guess what? The midterm elections are really close here right now, right? They're getting closer and closer. Every single day, we become a day closer, right? Therefore, we're kind of running out of time at this point. We do know that Democrats want to get some major legislation done prior to the midterm elections so that, they can get a pretty big win under their belt here going forward. And again, these are not my words. These are the words of many Democrats out there right now who are basically banging the table saying, let's get something done. We've got to deliver for the people right now. So we've talked about all these different Democrats out there right now who are saying this, and I just want to bring that to your attention. But again, these are not my words. These are simply the words out of many Democrats that are saying, we got to get something done here. We've got to produce for the people. We need to provide something for the American people right now before the midterm elections. So anyway, this could be one of those pieces out there because if they expand Medicare, immediately it's going to bring in eligibility for over 7 million more people automatically. Like right now, if they were to expand Medicare today, it would ultimately make Medicare eligible for 7 million plus more people immediately, right? So it's a lot of people. Anyway, a lot more people could be drawing on these benefits right here and then potentially also be eligible for potentially this $800 card as well. But then the big question would also be, okay, do you have to be an enrollee of Medicare for a certain amount of time in order to get this? Or would all these extra 7 million people also be eligible to get this, right? Because that would also raise the price of how much this would cost by quite a bit. So again, I'm not saying it should be or shouldn't be. I'm just simply saying this is another one of the questions that's out there is who would actually get this? Is it going to be everybody? Is it going to be the 63 million beneficiaries of Medicare right here, right now that are currently enrolled? Would it be everybody after the expansion? Would it be before the expansion? What would be the idea behind this? Again, these are some really good questions, which nobody really seems to have an answer to at this point. So anyway, this is another thing, another card, another, $800 potentially on the table right now for about 63 million beneficiaries. And like I mentioned a minute ago, let me throw this out there, just so that we all understand this. In the event of a fourth stimulus check or anything like that, this would be completely different. These are two completely different things. A stimulus check is completely different than Medicare expansion. Therefore, if we got a fourth stimulus check, this could be also something along with that. Now, also, at the same time, if they do expand these benefits, as in Social Security, SSDI, retirement, survivors, SSI, VA, any of these other benefits like this, if they do expand benefits and start sending out higher benefits on a monthly basis, again, this would also be above and beyond this. This has nothing to do with the benefit raise, but rather this is because of Medicare for all or Medicare expansion, right? So therefore, it's a totally different payment. So all three of these are very, very different, and all three of these are still kind of hanging out there right now. They're all kind of, just a few steps away from potentially even being, brought through the legislative process. So anyway, just want to bring the latest details on this, let you know what the talk is out there on the town right now, where we currently stand, and what the president is saying about lowering prescription items and how all this could translate into that $800 card actually being implemented for about 63 million people. Again, seniors, older adults, people with disabilities, fixed income beneficiaries, Social Security, SSDI, Medicare, all of these people. So anyway, hope that kind of makes sense. So these are the updates that I wanted to bring to you right here in this video, just so we can all be on the same page here, let you know what's going on with this, along with everything else that's being discussed right now, like expansion of all these benefits and raising benefits and checks, monthly checks, all kinds of different things. Voucher cards, prepaid cards, monthly ongoing checks. I mean, seriously, one-time lump sum checks. There's so many different things that are being introduced right now. It's like kind of nuts, right? But anyway, that's my dedication for you, is to be here, to continue doing all this research, breaking it down into these short videos so that you can stay posted with what is really going on right now as all of this is being discussed. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos right here on the channel. Until next time, have a nice day. Enjoy. I hope this one helps you. And again, I'll continue to keep an eye on everything right now. And as I do get any more details, of course, I'll continue to be here for you, giving you all those latest details and let you know what is currently going on. So again, thanks so much. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you again later in the next